welcome. What I did like
that was like a post
thing. Welcome to Henshin Hangout. Henshin Hangout. What's up, you guys? Welcome. It is Saturday. You guys are here with our Saturday. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us.
We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You guys, thank you for joining us. I hope that the carryover from the Ranger wrap-up show actually happened. It's great. I want to talk about Henshin. But first off, how's everybody's week? We got a few people in the chat. I'm glad to see you guys here. Man, the chat has been going on since even before we started.
Yeah, look at that.
Thank you so much for that. What do you want to talk about the new trailer that came out?
Why don't we talk about the new trailer that came out? I think it's a good call.
That's a good start. You know, we're wrapping up Lupinranger, and we're going to start seeing some stuff for the new. How do you pronounce it?
Ryu Soldier.
Ryu
I think so.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a. If you guys can also probably correct me on that.
Okay, cool, man. So yes, I can't wait. You know, I was hoping for a little something different, but dinosaurs are cool. Who doesn't love dinosaurs?
I mean, listen, we all, at the end of the day, dinosaurs sell.
Yeah.
Kids like dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are cool. Jurassic World, you know.
2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of those.
That's not counting the 3 Jurassic Parks. So you know what? That's like 5 dinosaur movies.
Hey, you know what? On top of the other movies I do love the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park movies. They're fun, so it makes sense.
But dinosaur knights, that's what they are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like knights, but dinosaurs. And I'm like, sure.
Cool. Yeah, that's
why not?
I love seeing like how when they have these, it's like, oh, it comes out 3/17 and 9:30 in the morning. That's a crazy time to show it. I do remember when I lived in Japan, when they showed Super Sentai, it was at 7 o'clock in the morning.
That's it.
7 o'clock in the morning.
That makes sense.
I don't know. It's a little early. Especially now.
I used to wake up early for shows like this. Yeah, totally. Yeah, superheroes, Ninja Turtles. I remember SWAT Cats was way early.
SWAT Cats. Can we get a live-action SWAT Cats movie?
That would look hella weird, but I'd be into it.
I think that'd be cool. I know we're supposed to be talking about Henshin and Super Sentai and all that, but
that would look like
SWAT Cats movie.
That would look like Cats, the stage musical, but like hard edge.
Just imagine. It would be, I thought.
I just sold it to
Let's
myself.
just make it happen. It's like Top Gun meets Cats.
Oh no. Oh no. I gotta talk about Sentai, but also that sounds amazing. Anyway,
do this. All right, let's talk about the new trailer. It looks pretty cool, honestly. I like the weapons. I like the suits, and look at that. Look how mobile.
Rad.
Look how mobile that Zord is. Mm-hmm. He's just running. Usually the Zords are just kind of like
clunky and such, and like no, that is that's a good.
Ooh,
and that was a quick glimmer.
Yeah.
Of who our characters are gonna look like out of suit.
Yep.
That running shot. It's always fun to see. How do you get this big clunky suit mobile and cool looking? But we also have a super chat.
Super chat, Kamen Rider Blur. He was in the last show. Thank you so much for all that. But he's hitting us with should Super Sentai come to an end soon? What do you think about the purple Ryu Soldier? Will he be a villain turned hero or just a villain?
That's an interesting question. It's one of those things where I would say I will say that if Lupinranger Patranger was clearly more successful, I would say that he would probably stay a villain till the end, because that's kind of echoing the success of Lupat, right? Two fighting Sentai teams. And some folks have been kind of suggesting the idea that, like, hey, why not next year's Sentai show be a straight-up villain Sentai team, no shades of gray, versus a good guy Sentai team, in which I kind of feel that's an obvious extension of that. But also, Lupat isn't as successful as we wanted it to be, so now it could very well just be a villain hero, etc.
What did you watch the Super Sentai counterpart for? Which one was it? Was it Mystic Force? With Korag's character.
Yeah. Maji Ranger.
Yeah. How did that play out as far as like him being a hero villain or villain turn or yeah? How did that play out?
That worked out pretty well. I mean, I haven't finished all the way through, so
the reason why I bring up Korag is this, like, he kind of looks like Korag a little bit.
He does have a vague Korag look to him.
Yes, like the shield and the sword. He looks cool though. Like,
he does
honestly,
look cool.
if when the series comes out, I think he might be my favorite.
Just like
he
aesthetically,
looks cool. Yeah.
No, I will say the cool thing. We've talked about this before about the suit designs, but I really do love the medieval armor visors. That's really nifty, and big old shield and sword. I mean, I do like. Looks rad.
like one thing I will give to Kamen Rider is their suits are really cool.
Yeah.
Like the suits are just like the foam and the suits versus like the regular spandex. So
Looks good. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I hope he's a villain that turns into a hero, but I hope that he's a villain an anti-hero. That sticks around for like a good portion of the series.
It would be kind of cool to do because they've done this before. Obviously, they've actually done this before. Where like say which we Akiba Ranger. I'm sorry, Aba Ranger, which we got as the Dino Thunder.
Yeah.
Their evil ranger, Aba Killer, was like a bad guy up until literally the last episode of the show.
Yeah. Which is great. Which is I think is awesome.
Yeah.
So like because in the Dino Thunder series, they kind of converted him pretty quickly.
They did convert him very quickly.
Yeah.
Because you can't have like Saban. Oh no, Saban. It was Disney at the time, so they were like, you can't have a villain be bad. That you can't have a ranger villain that long.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, right now it's very. We don't have a first episode. We don't even know, and we're not gonna get a first episode till March.
But it still leaves that really cool mini series.
It's pretty cool. And
we're gonna get Stinger back. We're gonna get Marvelous.
Yeah, Marvelous, Stinger back. We're gonna get if you're a fan of Tokuchiro Kagura, who I love, Juo Ego, who I think is underrated, and my least favorite Red Ranger ever is also in this thing. But I guess I'll just deal with that. But also a couple other big surprises. Luca from Gokaiger will come back, and Keiichiro is making an appearance. Yeah. So Keiichiro, I guess, will live. I don't know.
He does not die.
He does not die. Spoiler. But yes, that is going to be our next big. That is going to be our next big thing after our the current Sentai show is done.
How many weeks is it?
It's 5 or 6. The whole month of the rest of the month of February up until the launch of Rio Soldier.
Awesome.
So we're gonna get it. We'll see how well this goes. I mean, it sounds like a neat experiment to try to do some sort of fun event.
They're kind of like the colors. It's all in the color wheel kind of thing.
It is kind of on the
close.
same color spectrum.
Yes.
I mean, it is still 3 reds. Part of me was like, come on.
Come on.
There's like.
But yeah.
Boken Silver. That's why Blackman pointed out Boken Silver will make a guest. Will show up. And Gal Red, who was at Morphicon.
Was it Morphicon or Japan World Heroes?
He was actually at both, to be fair. But we did get him at Morphicon for sure.
Yes. That's awesome.
So yeah.
Dude, we got Japan World Heroes coming up. That's gonna be fun.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's gonna be fun.
I'm looking forward to that.
But you guys, let's get started. Let's jump into the show, the meat of the show. Where do you want to start with?
I feel we should just go ahead and there's a lot. I think we have a lot of thoughts on Lupin.
Yes. So you want to start off?
I want to start with Joe now.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, so sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
He's trying to read our minds. Like, oh wait, no.
Sorry. I want to start with Joe because Lupat's pretty heavy, so I think that's good to finish up on. Very emotional.
Good.
But here we are. We are in part 2 of the Kamen Rider quiz storyline.
Yeah, it's your episode. It's your show. It's Justin Quiz.
Oh my gosh. I should start wearing that hat.
Oh my
God. Or
God.
not. I don't want to wear that
Dude.
hat.
But this, okay, I'll give you this. This was a fun episode.
Yeah.
We get to explore a little bit of, what's his name? It starts with an M. Quiz's background, his motivations as far as like why he's doing this and why he's trying to get to his father.
It's an attempt on Joe's. It's an attempt that Joe's trying to do like an emotional episode, you know, and it's trying to do something that kind of tugs at the heartstrings a bit, and I appreciate the effort, and I think it's mostly there. I like Kamen Rider Quiz's motivation. I think that's a good, strong motivation.
Yeah.
And
Mondo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mondo Burger.
Thank you, Ian. I saw. Oh no! Why did you do that?
He's like, no.
And again, like I just finished Go Buster, so I'm really happy to see the Red Busters actor in this role. He's really good here.
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
What do you think about these one-off like guest appearances from these like well-established Japanese actors to have them just in one art, like 2-episode art?
It's funny. Sometimes it's kind of fun, like even like say. Yellow Buster, who was in Go Busters with him, she showed up in a 2-parter episode in Kamen Rider Ghost. And what was kind of fun about there is that she wasn't even like a Kamen Rider in that show. She was like the character, she was like a teenager who's kind of going through a weird event.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun to see these actors in different roles, and don't even sometimes, most of the time, they don't come back as another hero. They just show up as the person who's like the victim of the monster of the week, etc. But what's kind of cool about what they've been doing with these last couple of episodes of Geo is we have our Sentai actor. Let's have him come back as like a cool writer.
Yeah.
You know, and almost as a backdoor pilot.
Yeah.
As
do you
another
feel
show.
do you feel like, because with the last one, Shinobi,
yeah.
Shinobi and Quiz, do you feel like they can carry like another like mini-series?
I feel like they're trying to test that. I know we're gonna get a Shinobi thing soon. Okay. And what's interesting to me is that like both of them, maybe I'm overreading it, but both of them kind of represent two different kind of styles of Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider Shinobi is a real old school throwback and like 80s 70s writer in which he's like, you know, like passionate and full of justice, and he looks really rad. Quiz is kind of like an early 2000s Kamen Rider, where his stories are very emotional, and there's a lot of big character reasons for why he does what he does.
I did like his suit. Like, got a better look at his suit. You know, he's standing there for a little bit. I did like his suit.
The suit's rad.
Honestly, the new Kamen Riders, the future Kamen Riders, have got pretty cool suits.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get to explore a little bit of. Oh, there's a little fun thing when what do you call it? Sugo was calling Black Waz. And then he's like, "It's me, Black Waz." Like, "Oh, you're using it now." Yes.
It's sometimes I'm not. There are days I just don't understand Sogo's like intelligence level, where he's like, "Which Waz is it?" And I'm like, "It's the one not in a hat, man. The one you've been talking to." Why are you?
We got a super chat. Kamen Rider Blur says, "Thoughts on the Zio 2 Gates revive power up coming?"
Of course.
We got a glimpse. We're jumping right into it, I guess.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, it was bound to happen. Of course, Gates is gonna get a fancy power-up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess we'll see. I'm not sure, because he's gonna get the Future Rider's abilities. I was wondering when that was gonna transfer over to one of our guys.
We're anticipating he's gonna get a digital belt.
Yeah.
A different belt.
Like an additional digital belt, perhaps?
Yeah, a little, maybe an attachment. Yeah.
Like that, yeah. It's, you know what's interesting? I was talking about the belt stuff with my co-creator of the webcomic I do, and we brought up something interesting about build, right? So one of the things we noticed about build is that there's only so many power-ups you can do on a particular belt. And that's when I noticed, like, oh...
They added attachments.
Yeah, attachments. And then a second belt. So when the Splash Driver showed up in build, yes, it was Greases and Gentokus and Rogues, but do notice that that's where they wanted to give their other main rider, Banjo, more power-ups.
Yes.
And that's why most of us were wondering, like, how come Grease doesn't...
Are you anticipating another belt?
Yeah.
Another separate belt
I'm
for
anticipating
Gates?
a separate belt for Gates.
Sorry, producer Nagami. No, I'm talking about he has to buy a new belt.
I have the...
Oh, okay. And then so, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see, because I know we always shit on Gates and his, like, I don't know. But if he's going to get some new power-ups and he's going to be more powerful and not get his butt kicked this time, I'm all for it.
I mean,
one
could hope. I mean, like, it's... I think where we're at with Gates... Here's the thing. I don't know how I'm feeling about the current White Waz, Black Waz thing. First of all, I hate the names. I still hate those names.
I think we all do.
There's a part of me that's just like, if his name... If we have a Waz we've been following, and in comes somebody else whose name was, you've established the naming scheme. He's another Waz.
Oh, okay. So we got some.
It's double-sided attachment.
Oh, man.
What? What do y'all think of that?
Yeah, that is cool.
That's cool. Neat.
I do.
Complicated yet again.
I do like that it's like when we first started off the season, we were gonna get. It seemed like a linear storyline, with Sugo being the main hero. But now we're getting like two separate teams fighting for the same cause.
Yeah.
And they're going both in their own paths. One interesting thing that I do see is that despite Gates being like following with White Waz, he still values what Sugo thinks.
Right.
He's like, what would he do? What would he do? So, in a sense, I don't think that he wants... I I think he's he's conflicted as far as what he wants to do. I know he has a lot of influence from White Waz,
Right.
But I think he's very he's grown attached to Sugo. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I kind of wish the show was a little cleaner on it, clearer on that. Sometimes we joke that Gates is like, I hate you, but also I respect you.
I hate you, but I love you.
Yeah, I hate you, but I love you. Sometimes it's a little bit too much like that. But it is interesting that it looks like they're trying this dual angle. I just kind of wish they could just commit, and that's part of which they could have kept this longer.
That was another his uncle being very, very sad that he could not fix that watch.
He has one job. Let him fix it.
I know.
We do got another super chat here.
Thank you from Toku Kid. He says belt or wrist device to look like the holders. What do you think? It's like an Apple Watch.
Like an Apple.
Yeah.
There. Actually, that would really work for, I hate to say it, White Waz's wristwatch, because they look like Apple Watches. That would make sense.
I do. You know what? I'm interested to see how this story goes. It's still. They also had this little conversation where the thing that Gates had to figure out is they could, in order to destroy the another rider, they needed to take the watch away from the future rider.
Right.
And he was conflicted because he wanted to make sure that Mondo, got what he wanted out of his father.
Right.
And if he were to take the watch away, he loses that because he loses his memory. He probably gets lost in the timeline a little bit. Whatever, the timeline doesn't make sense, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. We know.
Yeah. So.
And that's where I don't. That's the stuff that does kind of work on me. Because I like Quiz. I like his stuff. I like his drama. So it's not too bad there. How do you think how Hora's been treated in these last couple episodes?
I think Hora hates White Waz.
Yeah, she does.
Hates him. No, that's his name. He hates him because he's really just throwing them for a loop. Because he can do whatever he wants, really.
Right.
He's writing the future. He's doing whatever he wants, and he's really throwing the time jackers out.
Yeah, it is interesting to see how he's going to play further into the show.
Yeah.
Because he is absolutely on his. He's absolutely he's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Another. Here's the thing. I guess I want to bring something up here with this because I'm looking at the this new form.
Yes.
I feel like I'm okay with these new future forms, but I do have this weird disconnect with them because they're built around these new writers that I'm just being introduced to that I don't have any real excitement for other than the quiz bits are all over Waz now. That's neat.
Yeah.
We got another super chat.
Super chat! After finishing build, I believe Uncle is big bad. That is a thing that Justin also believes, and he has an ongoing bet with Johnny, and if that happens, then you're gonna have to eat wings.
Listen, I've said by episode 16, we are way past episode 16, we're episode 20 now, I lost.
You lost.
That doesn't mean I'm wrong, though.
You lost. And my bet on...
And thank you for being... Yes, right?
My bet on Lupat is... It's getting closer, and I'm losing a little hope. Losing a little hope.
When is Justin going to eat the hot wings? Probably the next time we get Johnny back on the show.
Next time we have both of them back.
Next time we have both of them back. That's when I'm going to... That's when I'm going to die on my...
Are there any things that stood out to you in this episode that you think that, you want to bring up?
I think for me... here's the thing. I'm feeling a little bad for Tsukiyomi right now. They kind of don't know what to do with her.
Yeah. Give her a belt.
I would love that.
Give her a belt.
I would love that. Right now, Tsukiyomi is the one who goes, hey, so you guys stop fighting, or she's the middle, and she's not. That's the thing. It's like I've said this many times on the show before. I think Tsukiyomi's actress is the best actor on the group, in the cast, and I find Tsukiyomi the best interesting character in our leads, and they have regulated her to just sort of being pushed aside. And while we got Waz twice, which isn't super bad, I do like Waz.
You gotta say their names.
What?
White Waz and Black Waz.
Oh, I don't want to say their name.
Come on.
No. I don't want to. You make me.
But yeah, it's a decent episode. It's a fun episode. But...
It is a fun episode. But what?
What would you rate it?
Out of 5?
Yeah.
5 face watches? It's 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
I'll give it a 3.
You give it a 3?
I like the whole thing that he had with his dad.
I'll give you
Yes,
that. No,
you know.
that one's nice. Yeah.
I mean, he was wreaking havoc on whoever was getting in his way, just so he can get the truth. Who do you love? That's
Right.
it.
No,
Your mom. That's
fair.
it. That's it. So you ready? Are you ready? Are
Let's
you
do it.
emotionally
See,
ready? Let's
this
go
is
see
what
the...
I want. Show.
Wait, is
Please.
this... What is it? What is that? How did-
It's Tsukimi what about?
Okay.
It was from one of the half.
Yeah, one was from
Okay.
the half episode.
All right, so you guys put your oh yeah, oh actually we did miss something. The when White was, that sounds so
Dang it,
bad.
it's so bad.
Gave Gates the two future future watches. He got a little shock and he got a little glimpse into who he's to become.
Gates revive.
Gates revive. Was that the first? I can't remember if last week if they mentioned revive.
I think this is the first real like.
Were they-
We're
there's
doing this
Zeo,
now.
there's Omazeo, there's Gates, and then Gates revived. Awesome.
We'll see what happens next week. Let's go ahead and go through everyone's reviews. We got Blackwing 2040, who gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Ukiya Senpai give it 3 out of 5.
Toku Kid gives the Bill 5.
Why are you laughing? You take it.
Okay.
Let's see. I give it a J Boss. I give it a 3 out of 5.
For
Zeo.
And I'm sorry, got thrown off here. Alatrius, 3 out of 5 on Quiz and Shinobi's own show. And Joe made me do it.
Where is he? I don't
I
understand.
don't know how that worked out.
Yeah, but it's a very free Johnny. Oh, okay. It's a very mediocre episode, but I think it's time to jump into the most emotional episode I think we've saw from Lupat.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was great. It was honestly super
This
good.
is
Super good.
This is. We're at the show's been wrapping up. The show is finishing up, and
I like that little smirk that Umika has.
That's pretty
What
cool.
is that?
It's like you know what? Screw it.
It's like I just farted. Do you smell it?
And Toma did. Look at that face.
Oh
in the
yeah,
back.
he's so serious. So serious.
Okay. Yes, we're wrapping it up. We're at as a certain Marvel movie's coming out, the end game, and
See that up there? That's the end.
and I feel like I feel like they're gonna. I got a big feeling they're gonna stick the landing on it.
You think so?
I think so. This is
And
such
you've been discussing this the whole time that we've been doing this. Like, you know what? If they can stick the landing, if they can finish this off super strong, it's a good.
It's a
damn
good
season.
It's a good Sentai
It's a
season.
good damn season.
You're gonna. Yeah. No. It's like even my favorite shows have weak middles, and I will even admit this got some weak middles, but I'm feeling they're gonna nail
There's
it.
one thing I was a little like, it's a little too much. It's a little too much. It was what's Patron's Green? What's
Sakuya.
Sakya. He was a little too whiny in this episode.
Oh, he's always
like, we get it. You were lied to. We get it. Umiko was the Lupinranger.
You stuck up. You stuck up for them, and then
Yeah,
that bit
we
you on the
get
butt. I'm sorry. I will also say that as a kind of a knock, I think Noel should get a little bit more of a slap on the wrist for hiding this information.
Why?
Because
Well, they gave him so much,
I'm
like him not reporting back to them or him working with them from the get go.
I get it, but it's one of the weak points of the show for me is Noel.
So what do you think they do? Just like totally kick him out of the team? It's like, oh, you're working by yourself. You're on your own.
I think so. That would have been more interesting for me. Because my thing with Noel is that he gets off light too much on this show.
Well, he's not human.
And we didn't know that till like 3 episodes ago. But it's one of those things where, like, at the end of the day, and I like Noel as actor, and I think he's got a lot of charm, and he's got some good physicality.
Yes.
And I also feel like at the end...
Yeah, I mean, his parkour.
Yeah, his parkour is great. But I think I could say with confidence that by the time the show wraps up, I can say that Noel was definitely underwritten and not really fleshed out.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Right now we're kind of seeing them at their safe house. Mm-hmm. Because every crime.
Layla said Sakya was me after my breakup. Now I'm on Ariana Grande with that Thank You Next.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
But yeah, it's a very good episode. I like that. So they go in hiding, and Kyrie really doesn't care because I'm going out. No one cares. But the thing that I liked about this episode is trying to figure out where everybody stood, where everybody was when they're trying to, say, oh, they mad. They work together at the end to, defeat Gauche.
Yeah.
would they accept them? I think the most understanding of the Patrangers is Kyocho.
Yeah.
Because, like, oh god, that scene.
Oh, this scene is so good.
That scene, like, he feels like he failed. He feels like, if he realized what was actually going on, he could have actually helped. He wouldn't have. He wouldn't have. So is he saying he wouldn't have stood in their way?
I think he said, if anything, it's like, the fact that, like, one of the things we've learned about Keiichiro is that, like, he wants to be a cop for all the right reasons.
Yeah.
And one of the things he's so empathetic is the fact that, like, when he wishes he could have done more, and the fact that he didn't know how much pain they're in is killing him.
Yes.
And yeah, I think this part of it, he would have been like...
And this all kind of stemmed from when he fought Noel.
Yeah.
Like, he's starting to learn some of their motivations. He's starting to realize whatever is going on is way bigger than, the police force could handle.
Absolutely, yeah. And yeah, the fact he gets like, I would have put the badge away. I would have stopped this.
Yes.
I would have if that would have helped you guys... get what you need and get some peace in your life, I would have done it. I'm like, Keiichiro!
I am so happy for this scene, but I'm also sad for this scene because it kind of, like, defeats my whole theory that he's actually the Grand Lupin.
You got one more ep, man.
I don't know. How will they play it out like that, though?
You've went this far to the point where even I'm convinced.
Okay. Okay, we got from Ukiya Senpai. We got some pesos coming in.
This cracks me up. I so thought this joke. Kari goes to the MCU School of Disguise.
He does.
Just a baseball cap.
He's just like, all right, I'm gonna Steve Rogers this. I'm like, oh, you don't know that it's me. I'm not Captain America. I'm just,
He's literally Team Cap.
Yeah. He's Team Cap. One other thing that I didn't like, and they do this a lot in Super Sentai, is when after the whole battle with the Dom and everything, we saw Kairi's hat on the ground.
Yeah.
It was super bloody.
Yeah.
But then when you looked at him, like, there's no... I mean, he's got a little gash here and there. It's like, where's that blood coming from?
I mean, it's kid show, man. Yeah. This is really cool. I like this bit here where, well, it's a reminder that Toma recognized that one gangler's disguise. Yes. And this is one of those cases where I feel like this show has thought some stuff out so far in advance.
Yes.
That, like...
it's
such a good payoff.
If we go back to the episode, we will see that. We'll see that guy.
Yeah. Also, I really love that, like, this is, like, it's kind of dark, right? Yeah. And also, I kind of forgot that they didn't know yet. They didn't know about that.
I did. Same here. I was like, wait, I thought they already knew that.
Well,
no, only the Patranger knew that when their former teammate showed up. So this, for them, it's like shattering this whole glass. Like, oh, man, they could be dead.
Yeah.
All of this, everything that we've been doing, everything that we've been tasked to do, collecting all these pieces and everything, could be for naught. Yeah. Like, everything. Every single thing is a waste. It is a waste.
It's so good. And it's such a... Like, and yeah, right now, like this little bloody scene where, it's funny.
Where's
that
blood coming from?
Well, I mean, I don't. Like, there's all this, like, heavy drama going on with this. And this is, like, the type of stuff that I like about a show that can go this far, Also, yeah, kind of cool to see the big bad, the big boss,
the chains and everything.
Just like kind of, I love his little bit of like, you know what? No one stepped up to the plate. I'm just gonna go wild. I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna go crazy.
I don't know. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, they're powerless. Yeah. There's no way to break through these chains. You don't know where they're gonna go. Yeah. Like, that's what makes it even more interesting.
Do you think Zamigo is going to come through as a character and as a threat by the next episode?
Okay. This is my theory.
Sure.
Since the Rangers can't do anything against the Dom, I feel like Zamigo is going to sabotage him in some way. And that's how he gets knocked down. And that's how he gets brought down. And the big bad that they're going to be fighting is Zamigo, not the Dom. He's gonna do something. He's definitely gonna do something. Yeah. What was your thought of them not trying to jump in? Like, I mean, obviously they couldn't really do anything.
They couldn't do anything about it. Yeah.
But
also, geez,
is this the second time that this has happened to the city?
Yeah. Boy, went to 0-180, didn't it? Woo. Woo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine though. Everyone's fine.
Everyone's fine. There's no radioactive. Everyone's, they're not gonna get checked out.
Might I say a jerk move on Zamigo's end doing this to them?
I'm dangling them in front of you.
Oh my!
What a butthole!
God,
Man.
yeah, no, the biggest butthole.
Biggest butthole. It was such honestly, the scenes with Kiichiro and Kairi were probably the best.
They are.
They're so much fun, and they're just these actors are really good.
It's such a great thing because I loved the initial scene too, where it was a callback to the first episode, obviously, and here really just the fact that it's such a dramatic talk and the fact that it settles, even kind of solidifies who they are, right? It's it ends with Keiichiro's going, I will help you. I'll even join your guys' ranks. I'll be one of you to help you guys out. And Kairi's like, no, dude, no. You're a protector. I'm a thief. And I kind of love that.
Yes.
It's just let's stay who we are, but I really do appreciate everything you're trying to help me out with,
And we had the scene where Toma and Umika are, in the hospital, and things are looking a little dire for them.
You know what's really cool about that scene is that we do know that Tsukasa and Sakia have a little bit of more of a complicated feelings on them because they've gotten closer.
Yes, closer than Kiichiro.
Yeah, especially Tsukasa and Umika, and Sakia and all the times he's had these weird moments with Toma, and so there right now their feelings are a little more complex, whereas Keiichiro's is very clear in what he wants to do, with especially in this last scene. And also these two shots,
yes,
so good. No,
that's classic Sentai though.
Do you know what I love? Yeah, you know what I love? It's Keiichiro doing his classic, his yelling thing,
because he hasn't done it for a while. He's been very low energy, just watching, not really angry. Just cool.
I love bringing it back here because first it's in the way he usually yells.
Yes.
But instead of yelling Lupinranger or Lupin Red, he's yelling out of frustration and
some frustration that I can't help you, but I do got to do something. I got to do something.
I got to do this. I got to take care of the city because there's portament all over the town, and it's this. I want to help you, but I can't. I have my duty, and I do love that so much. This is a great shot. Both of those shots.
They do have a Goku Vegeta type of relationship,
right?
Yeah.
100%.
He's mutual respect, but still, I kind of hate you.
I still kind of hate you. No.
Not hate. I guess not hate, but yeah.
You frustrate me so much.
It was just a good episode, and I think that, like I was telling you guys earlier, building up, Zamigo, Lupin Red in a room, about to go at it, guns pointing at each other. I looked at the lower left part of my screen, and I saw a minute left. I was like, "You mother!" And then
you're not gonna finish. We're not gonna see this fight. Come on! Of course, we're not gonna see this fight.
Come on, man. Come on.
Okay, so we technically have 2 more left. But the question is, how much will those 2 episodes contain? Do you think it's gonna wrap up everything by the next episode, and then the 50?
I feel like there's a lot to wrap up. I feel like
right. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's more than 2. I know. They probably announced 2.
It will be just 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think it's gonna be next episode will end on a cliffhanger, or do you think next episode they'll finish everything
up? Next episode,
up?
like I said, Zamigo backstabs the Dom, and that's where it ends. He's done. He dies next episode. Zamigo is the big bad at the end.
I think I'm kind of with you on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you want to get to rating it?
We already got Panda Blogs already gave it started his rating 7 out of 7.
For me, I'm gonna match his. I'm gonna say 7 out of 7. Great episode, great acting, great everything, except for the whole little tease at the end. But I'll forgive you for that because we've been getting that with Kamen Rider Geo the last couple of weeks. So
that's right.
That's fine.
I'm gonna give my first 7 out of 7.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes,
it's such a good ep, and I literally can't wait to see how they're gonna wrap it up.
Yes, yes.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, rate it. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to finish the series and saddened to finish the series because I don't know what to expect for the next one.
I mean, we'll see. And like, we got Layla. I'm gonna miss Noel's actor. He's Bay out of 7.
Okay. Kamen Rider Blur says 7 out of 7. Toku Kid says Zamigo, aka Starscream, gonna die next episode out of 5. Layla 7 out of 7. Yeah, so keep sending those ratings. But yeah, I think we're all on the same page. Uke Senpai 7 out of 7. How do you say that name?
Elatros. J-Boss 5 out of 7.
Yeah. So it's all positive.
All positive. We're all
so
good.
we're ending the series on a positive note, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the new series.
This is your second full season of Sentai, right?
No, I mean I've watched a few other not
full seasons.
Not consecutively. I watched Gingamon all throughout.
Okay,
I watched, I think, Mega Ranger?
Did you do all of Q Ranger?
I did all of Q Ranger. Q Ranger is great.
Cool.
That's awesome. It's one of my favorites, honestly, and I can't wait for them to adapt it, if they adapt it. It's a big move, definitely, for Hasbro, but Hasbro, if you're listening, that's a great show to adapt.
Step up.
Justin.
Yes.
Where can we find you on social media, buddy?
You can find me on Instagram at Justin Quiz and Twitter at Justin Keyson.
Awesome. And you can find me on all social media at Jezzerzeus. Also, we can catch you a little later.
Yep.
On a little show we call Box Office Showdown. And we're going to be talking some fun things. And since a lot of you have been asking how Miggy is, Miggy, come here.
What?
Get it. Here. Where is she? Where is everyone? That's like
everybody keeps asking.
Where is it? 2 shows. Like go.
Yeah. So what are you excited to see on talk about on Box Office Showdown this week?
The SAG Awards.
Okay.
The new Fast and Furious spin-off trailer. What else are we talking about?
Yeah. And a little more. You guys have to come and check it out.
A little more. He doesn't even know he's a producer.
A little more. You guys gonna have to come check it out.
No, it's a tease.
I was just answering the question they've been asking. Obviously by Joe, how she is. She's right there. Okay. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. And so thank you for joining us on your Saturday. Like we said, you could be anywhere else, but you're here with us, and we really do, truly do appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture.
Bye!